It looks like it's working. Hopefully, red lights on. Numbers are showing up. 1 second, 2. We're live. What is happening, Feast and friends? Welcome to another Saturday Night Live. And listen, this is a treat because I may or may not have been sleeping before this. I may have fell asleep in the chair. So luckily, I woke up in time to get down here and get this ready. I woke up to a message from Dizzle saying, "Link?" Question mark. The heck you doing? You going to send it to me? I
Yeah, I
was
kind of
sleeping.
need those.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, my bad.
Kind of need
So,
them.
Dizzle, what's good over there for you, feller?
I felt like I needed a nap. We went out fishing today. It was very windy, very windy, and
Cold. It was 44 when I got there this morning. Luckily, you
and
got there early, bright and bushy-eyed, waiting for me.
so I decided to wear shorts today and a pullover, but it didn't have a hood to it, and I had no hood, no stocking hat,
I don't feel sorry
and no
for you.
gloves. I'm not
You
expecting you
come
to. I'm just saying.
unprepared, and
And
you
the
wear
crazy
shorts literally all year.
I think the craziest thing about everything is like, even though I knew it was gonna be cold, I was like, "Oh, yeah, I got stuff with me, no big deal. I'll just wing it, you know? Whatever, I got this." Yeah, no, I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything with me. It was freezing, and then and then Debo took off into the wild blue yonder, and I'm like, I gotta use the facilities, and then I'm gonna go, sit in my truck just for a smidge and, kinda warm up. And then I kinda fell asleep.
Yeah, you slept in the truck. Luckily, not while you were driving. I ended up sleeping when I got home. It was one of those days, man. It was just a cold, super windy day. Kind of kicked our butts. I only caught a handful of fish.
I
Same for
think I
you.
was I
So,
think I was pushing maybe 10, almost close to 10, better side,
oh,
closer to 10,
I
yeah.
didn't see you catch all those. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I caught maybe 4 or 5 all day. So,
I think the last one I caught was on a underspin, and the plastic in the underspin in total was longer than the fish.
sounds like a typical outing for me. Listen, we got 144 people in here. I see all kinds of folks saying hello, hello to everyone. All kinds of messages going through tonight. Chat's already blowing up. I appreciate all of my members supporting the channel, just like Mr. Scott Vermonter, saying hi to Matt. All kinds of folks in here. Caro, whether you're a member or not, I don't care. I appreciate the heck out of everybody else. Anybody that comes and joins and watches the Saturday nights. Always blows me away that we have this many people coming to hang out with us. So tonight, what are we doing tonight, Mr. Dizzle? So we were talking before we left our little outing. I said, what should we do? I said, I don't have anything planned. Should we do like a question thing? Should we do like maybe some trivia? And he's like, oh, I know. I'm going to trivia you this time. So he sent me 3 pictures that I
Mhm.
downloaded. So we're going to do, I don't know what he's got planned for him, if it's going to be a price game or some other thing. And then he's also got some other trivia questions. So in between those, we'll do a couple giveaways. As you can see, I was rummaging through stuff. I can't believe how many extra like Tackle Warehouse shirts that I have. I've probably got like 10 laying around.
Honestly, I think I just recently found 2 or 3 still in the package that you've given me before.
The old warehouse shirts. So that's what we're doing tonight. So, Mr. Dizzle, I'm going to let you kick it off here. What are we doing? Are you doing a question first? Am I bringing up one of these
Well,
pictures? What are we doing?
let's start with a question, and I think we're just gonna
Okay.
do a nice, simple, easy question, nothing too
War Eagle
crazy.
jig.
No, that is
Oh,
incorrect.
okay.
This is gonna be just so what I did is I just looked up some random trivia or random facts about fishing in general. Um, and what I'll do is so with this first one, I'll just go ahead and ask the question. And with some of them, I do have like a hint or like a not even necessarily a hint, but like a standard or a bar that you can kind of go off of to or like a generalization to kind of help you judge better. So the first question being,
Okay. Hold on. Before you get into it, real quick.
sure.
Christopher Ramey becoming a member. Christopher, thank you very much, my friend. Texas Longhorn asked, "Do I have a Tackle Warehouse promo code?" I don't have a code. They don't do codes like discount codes off. I do have a link below, so you can. There's people they choose to work with through Tackle Warehouse. So if you use my link, a little bit of that goes back to me and my channel to help out. No discounts or anything, but if you're shopping over there and you use the link, I appreciate it. It shows them that I sent you, and I get a little kickback. So that is that. I linked it below. And okay, what do you got, Dizzle? Take
Hey,
it away.
well, first of all, you didn't ever respond to me about the text message that I sent you earlier, showing you that
What'd you send me?
I sent you a picture of what is it? Oh,
Do
the
I want to know?
Shield is. The Shield is has up to
Oh, I didn't know what that
40% off.
was. You just sent a random picture.
It was just a picture of their
Yeah, it just says
splash
up to
page or whatever.
45% off. So they
Yeah,
have like the spring fishing sale.
yeah,
Was there anything
kind of.
good?
Let's see. I got
Oh, here we can look real quick.
I got some fishing lines.
Trialing XL, love it. And the Seeger Invis-X, another
Okay,
solid
so
pick.
this is a little bit weird. They only had it in clear. For whatever reason, I really like that. What is it, like crystal blue or something
Crystal
like
blue,
that?
yeah, me too. Because then I know exactly which ones have monofilament on them.
Yeah. So let's see here if I got any stellar deals. That Invis-X was $20, 200 yards.
Okay, I think that's normally like what now, $25?
Yep. There was I got a I have no idea where it is, but I got a one of the KVD spinner baits.
Did you get a
3/8.
Bubba Blade Pro Series for only $219?
No. No. No, not at all. KVD spinner baits 3/8 were $6, regularly $7.50. What else?
Did you get a Garmin EcoMap UHD2 93SV GT56 UHDTM
Was that
transducer?
that's the $2,100 one, right? Yeah, I did get one of those.
Okay, cool.
They had the original
SLX,
chatterbaits,
Loomis.
3/8 size,
Uh-huh.
$439.
Okay, I think that's a pretty good price. What are they normally, like 6?
According to this, it's like $560.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Slobber knocker I got for
Ooh.
$11. I
Yep,
think
I
those
did
are
see the
normally
slobber knocker on there. Yeah, those are normally 14. The
yep,
Abu
those are
Garcia
14.
Revo SX spinning reel, normally 170, marked on sale for 99 doll hairs.
So the one thing I
Pretty
didn't
good deal.
like about their website is it had all of these options are showing up on there, right? So you're like, "Oh my
Mhm.
god, all these things are on sale. It's awesome." They had a Corrado DC on there. And I was like, "Oh, I kind of want a Corrado DC," but I'm like, I don't want to kind of pay Corrado DC prices. Um, it's not on sale. The DCs aren't on sale. So just FYI.
Oh, these things are kind of cool. It's like a curly tail ribbed
Yeah.
worm paddle tail deal. I'm sharing,
God,
right?
so yep, you are. So
Okay.
what they had stickers up everywhere.
Hmm.
Or not stickers, but the little end tag things. And God, what was it? Berkeley, Strike King.
DTs for 660. That's a good deal.
Oh, I forgot about the DTs. Dang it. I was gonna grab some too, just because I'm a fan of DTs, you know. But they had a quite a bit of a decent array of sales, and you know, honestly, Debo, I don't know if you've ever been to
Hmm.
the one here in Cedar Falls or not. Their fishing section is not that big. It seems like it's kind of decent sized, but really, they don't do a very good job of optimizing the space, if you know what I mean. I feel like they could definitely do a little bit better of a job there as far as the space. So it's like they have the same color lure, 2 pegs north and south.
Anthony says nothing like watching some QVC, the fishing edition. I forgot all about that channel.
Oh,
That was
hey,
one of the strangest things ever of like,
Debo, I do have to ask, do you?
do you believe? I wanted to for the longest time, and I watched all the Bigfoot shows thinking it would help me believe, and it did the exact opposite because
Yeah. So it's
there's
a
a bunch
bunch
of
of dudes
crazy
just,
people that want to believe.
and they're in
I
the
don't
woods
know, man.
yelling at each other in some weird kind of.
Yeah. Do you hear that? Do you hear that on your walkie-talkie? Oh, hell yeah, I heard it. How couldn't I? We're in the forest alone. You're screaming.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right, let's get
it's
to the
Yeti
trivia.
call.
The Shields' questions. Thanks for going through those.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
the sales, sorry. Let's get to the questions. What you got? We'll do some. You'll have to determine how we're doing the giveaways. I was gonna say if I get it wrong, but gosh, at 8 giveaways, that might be a lot. So we might have to see what we end
Yeah.
up with here. What's the
There's
spread at
some
the end?
decently difficult questions, I believe here. So we'll
I
just
think
kick
I
it
might have
off.
had another member too. Oh, I did. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
T1D Steve, T1D Steve, TID Steve.
That's a
Thanks
one,
for
I think.
becoming a member, my friend. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Take it away, Dizzle. What you got?
Simple, easy question. This is just a random give me a percentage. So 2001, what was the estimated split between men and women for registered recreational fishing? So meaning they went out and they
Is
bought
this is
a
this Iowa
license.
or is this nationwide?
This is nationwide. Everything I believe is nationwide. Yeah, everything that I got is nationwide.
Okay, so the split of did you say fishing or hunting recreational license?
Fishing.
Just fishing.
Just fishing.
Fishing recreational license, I would say
And I'll give you, I mean, I guess I'll give you what we'll say 10%. 10%'s a nice little leeway between percentages, give or
plus or
take.
minus 10%.
Plus or minus on either side 5%, I guess. So you could say if you
Oh,
want to
okay.
say
Okay.
50% and it's 45 or 55, you would still get it.
Okay. I'm going to say, let's see, for men to women, I'm going to say, so I'm just going to guess the men one just to make it easier.
Yeah.
Because I think it's going to be more. So I'm going to say,
And don't be looking at the chat either.
I'm not, I'm going to say 72%
For what?
for men.
You were really close, but you failed. The split
Mm,
the split I was, kind of surprised with. It was 63% men,
I was going to say
37
65. Damn it.
37% women, and that was in 2000 or 2021. So I
Well, you
think
said
that's
2001.
no, I said 2021. I'm
You
fairly
said
certain.
2001. Oh my
20
gosh.
it
Dude,
was
you're changing
2021.
the rules.
No, zip your lip. But the
Oh
thing that
my
I was
god.
surprised
There's
of
no
is how decent of a split that was. You know, I feel like that is a
closer to
pretty
50-50 than yeah, I didn't think it would be like 90-10 because of course it's going to
right.
be a lot of couples, a lot of families. Um
Every
yeah,
so
you said
here's
oh one. See?
here's the way that
Null and void.
we'll draw.
Null and void.
Anybody that said I said 2001 instantly disqualified. So
Here's the first one.
y'all got that going for you.
Okay, so that's just the practice gimme since we're
Yeah,
getting the Dizzle
total
rules down
practice
here
one.
of when Dizzle asks the questions, he can just change it to whatever he wants. So, okay.
Okay, so are you ready for the second one? I don't want this to
Okay,
go
what's
too fast here, but
well,
in
we can maybe I've got some in my
okay.
pocket here for you, Dizzle. Okay.
Okay, so in
So,
2019, so 2019, the year
okay,
2019,
2019. Okay.
and this is one that I'm going to give you a hint on because I would have never been able to come up with this number on my own. In 2019, what was the estimated amount of recreational fish caught? So your hint is commercially, and this is actually worldwide. This isn't just the United States.
Oh god, I have
Commercially,
no freaking clue, dude.
commercially, well, I guess that kind of hurts it, but either way, commercially, your estimate is 9.3 billion pounds of fish were caught. Now, I just want to know recreationally within the US, how many pounds of fish do you think were caught? I'll give you a secondary hint on this one just because this one is really a tough one. I was like, okay, either
How did you
way.
come up with these questions? You're like the jerk teacher that's like, oh, pop quiz. And it's like crap nobody's heard of.
Google.
Bully.
This is in the millions of estimated pounds caught.
I'm going to say 642 million pounds.
Final answer
Final answer.
of
Not close.
recreational fish caught. And again, this is just
I
an
have
estimate.
no
Nobody would
idea,
ever
dude.
know how many fish were caught overall because, who registers how many fish they took home?
No clue. What is it?
341 million pounds of fish.
Dude, I was going by two. I thought you meant you have to divide that half for men and half for the percentage thing. That's what I thought. Okay, that question's null and void too. I misunderstood the question. You cheated on that one. So
Okay, so that was your last brush of easiness. So this is where the
okay,
questions
okay.
really get serious. This is going forward for minus all those people that said I said 2001 earlier. This is everybody gets to, kind of get in on the vote on this thing and
Okay.
potentially win a giveaway. What is the average in 2023 cost of fishing license? And I'll give you two options here. You can go
War Eagle
resident,
jigs.
resident, and non-resident. So there's two
Okay.
answers that you can give me. And this is across all of the United States.
So just the national average
Yep.
cost.
So
So
again, this is this
I'm gonna
year.
go resident because
Wait,
I think the non-residents,
you've already bought your license, right?
yes.
So you already kind of have an idea of
I
potentially what it
don't because
costs
I do all the
here.
extra plus the donation and all that. So
Sure. Okay.
I couldn't tell you what the normal price of I think hunting fishing is like. I don't know. So just
So
fishing, right?
we're
Just
doing
fishing.
just residential right now, right?
Just fishing live.
Yes, just fishing, none of the extras, no trout stamps, no third line, no snag allowance, whatever you want to say. It's literally just your ability to go and fish average across the United States.
I'm gonna say
The answer has been given in chat a few times.
I'm not looking.
I
I'm
know.
gonna say $38.
No. $25 for
Oh,
resident
okay.
basic fishing. So I thought that was pretty good considering. Do you want to take a stab at
Yeah, that's not
the
horrible considering I love to watch. There's like a show called Lone Star Law or something like that, and there's like another one where they're like rangers, and the number of idiots they like book for like they're like, okay, can I see your license? They're like, no, I don't have one. I don't. Like,
ish?
just go buy one because then you're gonna end up paying like $400 for not having a license.
And isn't that like
Go buy your license,
poaching?
people.
And you can like lose all your stuff, and you could even like
Well, that's secondary. So, like, yeah, if you're catching fish that are not like, because they were catching like undersized or like not proper size redfish and like all
mhm.
this crap.
So
So
that's like it goes even further.
buy
You
your
can
license.
lose your all your gear, your vehicle, your boat. You can lose all of
See,
it.
Brendan knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's mine and my wife's show to go to. Like when there's nothing on, we're like, ooh, Lone Star Law. I could never be like a officer or a trooper or anything like that. Like the number of people that are just blatantly lying, I'd just be too pissed off. Like I couldn't do it.
Do you want to take a stab at the non-resident?
Non-resident, I'm gonna say 45.
Yeah, you're way off on that. It's $60 to $70 average for
Ooh,
non-residents.
wow.
I'll tell you,
Damn.
I just had it here somewhere. My Nebraska year non-resident license, I want to say was 90 some dollars
You're
total
non-resident
after
from here in
tax.
Iowa, you mean? Yeah. Go
Next question. So
Huskers.
you haven't even come close, even with the buffer that I'm giving you.
All right. Should we
So
roll a giveaway or should Should we
Yeah, I mean, do you want a
Hey,
giveaway?
speaking of giveaways, I'm getting to the point where the whiteboard's almost full again.
So that means you need to
Apologies.
actually send stuff out.
I know, dude. Work has been a Travis mockery. Let's see. So we'll do box 1. Do you have any special things we're giving away, or just randomness?
I mean, I don't
We'll do
know.
2 for now, just to see what we get to. Okay. What's your next one?
Hold on.
Zillion time, Mike says. Somebody earlier said this is the stupidest live show I've ever seen.
Fantastic. I love it. I love
Thanks for the
stupidest.
positive feedback, feller.
Oh, this doesn't have the
Let's
receipt
see. No
portion
one
on
wants to fish in Nebraska. Gramps is in here. Gramps, what's up, my friend? My DNR guys are awesome. Yeah, everybody that I've ran into, minus one. One dude was a complete prick, but everybody else.
Minus one guy at that one lake that they drained and filled back up, who was like
yeah.
totally grilling me.
who we could get, I'm like, yeah, I'm filming a fishing video. I'm like, are you okay with that? He's like, oh yeah, fine. And the funny thing is before I got there, he was like grilling Randy on like what I was doing, and he's like, yeah, my buddy's a YouTuber or something like that, and the guy's like,
And the funny thing about it is like I saw him kind of drive by me, and I'm like, I'm gonna turn this camera on real quick because he looks like he's gonna come over to talk to me, and it looks like he's got a bad attitude.
Yeah, he was fine once I got over there. He was nice.
Yeah, once a second party showed up. Third party.
Once the big gun showed up, and he's like, oh damn, I ain't gonna mess with that dude. Hella Bass in the chat, dude. Hella, we need to get you on. Where have you been, man? I tried to get him on a couple times, and just like when I tried to meet him in real life, he stood me up. So,
oh,
yeah, dude, I saw you were in Okoboji up there, man. How come no message, no hit me up? He's in my neck of the woods.
He was in Okoboji, and dude, I could have given you the hot tips as to where to go, man.
Yeah.
Where did you fish at on Okoboji? Was it actual Okoboji?
Like, well, you tie on a Guggen Banditer bug, catch them on them docks.
Spirit Lake's better than the Okobojis. Just saying.
Cooler Led said giveaway. Was this live really that bad? He said giveaway, please. This is painful. So apparently people don't like the trivia stuff.
Oh, I guess
I thought this was going to be kind of fun.
Shove my head in the water and go to hell, I guess. I don't know.
We're gonna keep going with it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun idea.
Okay, here's your next question, Debo.
Okay.
If you can get this within 50 doll hairs, I'll give you credit for this answer.
War Eagle jig.
What's the most expensive non-resident fishing license in the United States? Plain, flat out, just regular fresh water. I have to include fresh water in that. Freshwater non-trout stamp fishing license, most expensive non-resident in the U.S.
$98.
What state?
Alaska.
Alaska was up there, and $98 was very close to being within the $50 range. It's $158.28 for California.
Wow.
But that is a year fishing license as well. Oh, fun, huh?
Paul's question was, how much money has Dizzle lost on jigs?
When? This year?
Infinite.
Overall? Ooh, do I have to
how could we have made
inflation?
How could we have made the trivia more fun? Somebody else says not entertaining. Even Liza said this is mildly boring. Wow, Liza.
Okay.
Didn't know you were a hater.
So what questions do we got from people?
Rod Flu says ZZZ. Okay, yeah. How about you guys then? Since y'all are so much better than me and Dizzle, we'll let y'all run it. What do you guys got, guys or gals out there? We'll let them run it for a little bit, Dizzle. 314,526 fish were caught on a full moon during 2022. I'm surprised you didn't guess, Debo. Even Kuda's in here giving us crap.
Wow.
Kuda.
Wow.
Yeah, Paul said they're boring. Wow.
Dang.
Yikes. Eliza's a savage.
Mm-hmm.
William says Golden Girls trivia.
Dang.
Weirdest thing you guys caught this year. That's a fun one. This year has actually been pretty easy because I haven't caught a ton. Oh, actually, I have had a few good days. Nothing like crazy though. It's just been a few good days of catching some good fish. So
Um,
strangest thing,
what
nothing really yet. I did catch a really, really pretty crappie that I took a picture of for um
what did I how many did I catch on that jig
18.
today? How many different lures did I pull up on that one
Oh my god,
snag
yeah.
bait?
D- Tizzle pulled up the line that everybody kept snagging on and breaking off, and it had like 7 lures on it that he drug in.
So there was a wire leader with some sort of weird underspin crappie kind of weird walleye jig. Yeah, that's
That's
a
gonna
good
be
one.
all sorts of
No, it comes out
greens
good.
and purples and yellers on it. It was a really pretty crappie. Be a good one for painting.
God, what else was on there? There was some sort of weird. It's so weird when you pull a bait that's broken off and been in the water like a plastic. How just much like grotesquely bloated it gets.
Yeah, Kraken
Disgusting.
Bass has it. Tough crowd. Everybody else got skunked tonight. Yeah, jeez.
No
Yikes. I
kidding.
almost got a barn swallow or something. There was like 7,000 swallows swooping me when I first got there. I don't know what the hell was going on. Let's
What else?
see.
Still haven't gotten any like actual real questions here. Bunch of funny guy questions, of course, but no real ones.
Oh, I think the title of fishing lure trivia was a little misleading. Oh, we've got some of that. We've still got those too. So let's get to those, Randall. Randall sent me some pictures here. So we plan on doing some, let's see, how do I share out of a folder? Do I do share image?
So you would probably open up the picture on wherever you were.
That's what I opened. Oh, window. Okay. So I think this is it. Does this share it?
You're not sharing right now. There you go.
There we go. Okay. So we'll start doing some fishing lure trivia since we're boring AF. And I just checked my YouTube channel. I lost about 30,000 subscribers because of our boring lives. So
Yes.
okay, so Dizzle, what do you got for fishing lure trivia here?
These were more of just along the lines of tell me what you think your ridiculous price on these lures might be. So this is your I don't want to say basic average everyday frog, but this is the
So actually
depth. Go
my
ahead.
guy Chaunch, who I have, dude, I've got finally back here somewhere a bunch of Ned rigs for you because I owed him. Um, I've got a bunch of those ready for you, but he sent me in a couple packages. He's one of my JDM dealers that hooks me up. The bloody glow right there next to it, the Slither Frog, Depths Slither K hollow body frog. So I have one of these, in fact.
Okay.
Price on it, I think it's in the high teens. Is that what I'm guessing is the price, right?
Yeah.
Like we
Yep.
did that one time? I'm
hmm
gonna say $19 is my guess.
It's actually $20.99
Ooh,
for a
so we're
hollow
doing
body
over under?
frog.
Yeah,
I
they're expensive, man. Those JDMs are, but I think
that
it's got like real rabbit fur or something on the
Yeah, I
tail
wasn't
with
quite
it.
sure. I was just kind of real quick scanning, looking around, stuff like that, to see what were super expensive. And I saw this and I was like, $20.99. Why? Why?
Ooh, that's a good
Ridiculous.
one. Lure bait that you regret buying the most. For the
Mm,
longest time, I will say I never purchased a Whopper Plopper because I thought they were just some fad, stupid, like, um, I don't know what else. I just held out for buying one for the longest time. Then after I got it and I started slaughtering fish on it, I was like, okay, well, I was wrong about this one. That's one that always comes back as like, that's a lure I was wrong about. It still catches fish. I still love the Whopper Plopper.
So I don't know if this necessarily works as far as an answer goes or not, but can I say the mystery tackle box subscription?
You weren't a fan
No.
of
They
any
just
of the boxes? What about Monster Bass?
There no, I'm talking the actual mystery tackle box, like Carl's mystery tackle box.
I never had it. Yeah.
So for the longest time, my employees at work would like get me a subscription at like Christmas time or something like that. Oh, here you go, blah blah blah, whatever. And so I'd upgrade it to the like elite package because it was like 50 extra bucks for a year. That thing was never worth it. For the actual price that I paid above and beyond what they paid, waste of money. That's just my
Yeah, I
opinion.
never had it, so I can't. I mean, even Monster Bass, it's they have that whole scheme of, they have to get stuff in bulk and they have to be able to, like, some of the Monster Bass boxes are definitely better than others. I like the theme ones they've did. The Z-Man one was really good. Strike King, I kind of like those. Sometimes you get some of these weird things that you'll never use, but at the same time, it's like you get stuff that you would never try. Like there's some
Um,
small company stuff that I like,
I will
but
agree to that point where it does broaden your horizon as far as things you would never about trying. I will also say that I have and still haven't ever used like a midnight black purple exclusive mystery tackle
oh,
box chatterbait.
I remember you showing that. Yeah.
Dude, that thing is sick. I don't want to
Yeah,
use
like,
it.
for example, Robert said the Lunker Hunt. Yeah, I got one of the boxes was the Lunker Hunt takeover that had a few good things in it, but it had, like, the roach, which was, like, a redo of the spider, and I was like, "Come on, why are we still trying to re-innovate the spider? Like, just do away with the damn thing."
Right?
Let's see. Other people were saying, Jesus, we gotta. Paul says now it's getting boring. Holy smokes, we're getting raked over the coals tonight. Maybe we just won't do giveaways. Screw it. Show sucks so bad I didn't know that. I need to make a box for American Legacy. Gramps. Dude, I would love to see that. I would buy a Gramps box. What is the strangest lure you have fished with and caught fish with? The strangest lure that I've used that's actually
Hmm.
worked. Gosh, I don't know of anything.
Strange for the
I don't.
time that I first initially tried it, or I think is what the question probably refers to, yeah? Not just strange overall, like, "Oh, I threw a
Yeah,
hunk of
we're gonna
beef liver
hold
on a
on. I'm gonna
hook
go
and."
change the name of this stream because we've got about 7,000 haters in here. I don't know.
Yeah, change
Paul
it
says he's
to
setting an alert for when this is over.
change
I've never
the
had a live with this many folks coming in to tell us
change the
how bad
title of
how bad my live
"Lame
is.
ass, stupid stuff talked about by 2 dudes."
Yeah, I guess so. Holy smokes.
Yeesh. We'll make sure and tune into
Um,
their, live after this too, so.
yeah. Let's see. Let's see. People talking about some
Hmm.
of the box stuff. Lunker Hunt Spider laughing. Let's see. Yeah, lots of people saying they buy Gramps box. Yeah, Gramps, is that going to be a frogs only box from Low Rich? Let's see. What else we got? Lunker Hunt Lizard. Oh Lord.
Mhm. Um, I guess the other thing, if you wanna be a little bit more specific on lures, and this is just me, because it probably wasn't my style to be able to fish with, the Gulp Alive lures that came in the sauce. I never had any luck with
Yeah.
those, and for the price in which they were at the time, definitely not worth it. I think I lost, I think I ended up throwing them away because the thing maybe got cracked and started leaking everywhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I have no clue, honestly. Like, I fished some weird stuff when I was younger. I don't buy a bunch of like crazy stuff. I don't know, like the weirdest thing I've ever caught.
I
Yeah, I don't
guess
know. I had weird like
initially
little salamander baits.
I guess you could say initially would have been the chatterbait for me because I was like, this thing is gimmicky. This thing is stupid. I'm not never going to catch anything on this. I didn't believe in it to begin with, and I used it and I caught fish on it. And it obviously is a producer and catches fish. Um, yeah, I don't. Oh God, who just said that? Hmm. Brown Bait Co. Was talking to Gramps, and he said Lucky Duck. This is going back to the worst bait I ever bought. Would have been the Weston Daffy Do, the one that you stole from me because you wanted it so bad. You remember that duck lure, the
Oh
duckling
gosh,
lure?
stupid duck. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do we got? Let's see what else we got for lure price. Okay, so this one I knew. I didn't know the price. I know the lure. I know it's very expensive. The price of it though,
You're not
I couldn't.
sharing, FYI.
Nope. I'm trying to get
Ah,
the picture up here. I got to bring it up quick, but I can't figure out why
I think
my
this is
share thing won't go away.
probably the number one or the first picture I sent you.
Um, Share screen. Okay. So
Mm.
this one I remember seeing coming out on Tackle Warehouse. It's like hand stitched leather on this swim bait, and I'm not going to look because I'm sure Brown Bait or somebody else already knows. So I'm covering chat. I remember it being very expensive. I can't remember what hundreds of dollars uh, it landed in. At first, I wanted to say 200. Then I started to think I think this was like 600 after I
Final
saw the
answer?
pictures. Final answer, I'm going to go $600.
Wrong.
599.
1147.99.
$1,100. Oh my god.
Why?
Wow.
Like you have to guarantee be like, I'm going in after that. It's freaking almost $1,200. If it gets snagged, I'm going in after it. And
Horse skin? Is that real? Is it really covered
and
in horse skin?
if a pike bites that line off, I'm gonna fight it. I'm gonna fight the pike in the water. Bear glue, gauze, and glass. Full on me and the
Yeah.
pike.
You think you're upset when you lose a jackhammer, or I think I'm upset when I lose a jackhammer. Holy smokes. I didn't know it was that much. I was thinking it was either 199 or 599, 600. So
Dusty said everything fishing I own isn't worth $1,200. That is ridiculous to think of. Like people are actually going out there and they're throwing some craziness like this. And like I don't even know. I don't want to know anything about it.
Tim says John B bought it and made a video with it. That's insane, dude. Holy smoke. Okay, let's see. Dizzle had one more. Now, this one out of all the
This
pictures
one
that you
was
shared,
interesting and neat.
this one I like the most because it reminds me of some of the old lures that I have. This is not one that I think I've got. I might have one that's similar to this. It's not this one. I want to say this is one of those old expensive vintage ones because it's got the hooks coming out both sides. I am going to share here. Sorry, getting the picture up in my folder. Okay, so this was the last one he sent me for price guess on this one. It's the Hedden Musky Vamp Minnow. So the Hedden Minnows, I think I have one like this. I've actually got some of the newer bass ones that were made out of, hell, I don't know what they're made out of, some sort of plastic or something at the time. But it's the black one with like the skunk stripes on it. It's got two of these like propeller deals on it. You probably can't see my mouse. It's got two of those propeller deals, one in the front, one in the back. Never caught anything on, but it's like the Rapala Skitter prop, I think.
Yeah, and so just real quick, I wanted to say that this one actually did have a little thing that went along with it that said, first of all, it's 6 inches total length, and it's
Okay.
wooden. It does have
Yep.
just the one front spinner, and an intact tail. Super
Intact
rare.
tail.
Yep, super rare. And the big thing with this one specifically is this one went up for auction and was sold in 2006 and obviously had a box that it went along with too. So that's probably what bumped up the price a little bit more.
Dude, I have no idea. I'm gonna say
I'll give you $1,000 plus or minus on this. So if you say 10, it could be 9 or 11.
oh wow, so it's that much. Okay, I was gonna say like $900. 14,000 is my guess. $14,000.
Honestly, you were a lot closer than what I would have guessed. It's $19,000 is what it sold for in
Wow.
2006 at auction. I saw one that looked like
What's the
just a
weight? Joseph asked. What's the weight
um,
on it?
it doesn't say in the description, it didn't say, it just had the length.
6
Um,
inches long. Randall Pink Floyd. The
yeah,
most
yeah,
appropriate stuff found. I put it up, but I tried to keep the show halfway PG. I think we've blown that tonight. I think maybe you and I have both cursed, but I did change the name of the live to like dumbest fishing questions ever or something like that. I don't want to mislead people that I actually have a good
right.
live show. So now they'll know that it's just some idiots
A
asking
bunch of
questions.
dummies talking dummy stuff.
Let's see. So, well, that's it for the trivia. I'm glad everybody had fun. I don't think
Yeah,
we're gonna do a giveaway tonight since that sucked
glad
so bad. Maybe we'll do one at the end.
glad everyone
Um,
liked that so much. It was a good time.
yeah, since that was so much fun. Let's see. What do we got for
Mhm.
good questions from y'all? Good fishing questions. We got some of the what was the silliest lure you ever caught fish on? What was a lure you regret buying?
Oh, Debo,
Um,
didn't you, catch some fish on some lettuce once?
no,
Lettuce.
no,
No?
I didn't.
That was a, Perrick joke.
Oh, no.
For some reason, that jumped through my head when Perrick and, John B did the whole, "It's a 10-pounder, why didn't you grab him, blah, blah, blah." Do you think he's ever
Ooh,
gone
that's
back
a
and
good one.
admitted that that wasn't probably that close to a 10-pounder whatsoever? Maybe
I have no clue, dude. I don't watch the Googans. I don't love
never
or hate
seen
them.
that
I
clip?
am indifferent. That's the one where he throws the rod, right? I've never seen
Yeah,
the
I wanna
fish,
say
but I've
that
seen
was
the
at,
thing where he,
like
like, throws the rod.
it's like, at a Gary Yamamoto lake or something like that, maybe, just like a super hybrid, awesome monster big bass lake, but
I mean,
there was
I'd be pretty
no
pissed too
way.
if I lost a 10-pounder, so I'm not sure how I'd react because 'cause I've never had anything that close, so
But what if you
there's
thought
a
it was
good
a
chance I would throw
10-pounder?
my rod.
What if you thought it was a 10-pounder and then when you actually went back and looked at it, it was more like a 7?
Well, in the moment, I've caught fish that I've been like, "Dude, this has to be a really big one," then I get in a weigh and it's like 5 pounds. I'm like, "Shoot, I could have swore that was like a 7 and
Right?
a half pounder." So
I was like, "It's gonna be a pig," and it's like, "Oh, 2 pounds."
Um, how about Dusty's? This is a good one, Dusty. What lure do you wish was still made? Man, there's a few of them.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Hmm.
Gosh, I would say it would have to be the man's vampire spinnerbait. No, I'm kidding. I wish I still had that one though. That's one that I wish I wouldn't have thrown. I had two. Um, I don't remember what happened to the second last one, and then one I was throwing to try to make a YouTube video, and I think I caught a fish on it, and then got it snagged clear out in the wild blue yonder. So, um, yeah, didn't happen. Hey,
So,
Justin Kahn, the first donation, the first spice of goodness. Not with his comment, but
I was
Justin
gonna s
Kahn, you're the giveaway winner tonight. Justin gets a prize. He just said he just had his colon removed. I can't fish until September. It's really a bummer. I enjoy your content, Debo. Well, Justin, as the one and only giveaway tonight, because I appreciate you as being the first person to give a super nice comment and a donation. You're getting both box 1 and 2. So you're getting the mega Justin box.
dang.
Justin.
Bam,
So
bam,
that would be like a
bam.
hundred and some dollars worth of hell. I might even throw in something special for you, Justin. As our only giveaway tonight, Justin, would you please send me a email to debosfishing@gmail.com with your address if you would like the giveaway. If not, that's fine. And then just a screenshot of your YouTube so I know it's you. You are the winner tonight, my friend. I appreciate it.
What's that old
Um,
saying? Say something nice or don't say nothing. Pays
yeah.
off sometimes. To answer that last question though, the lure that I wish was still made.
Yeah, man, I've
Um,
got what
so
was
do you
the
remember Marion Bait and Tackle? Obviously in Marion, it was a small tackle shop right there on that main drag.
I don't.
So they had custom those I've talked about it before, the custom micro spinner baits. Super, super tiny.
Well played, Low Rich. Yeah, you won it, but
Super,
yeah, you won't
super
get
tiny
yourself the
spinner
pointer.
baits.
So
First thing I caught a 5 on. I wish I could get my hands on more of those. Probably
God, what
just
was
for
that
funsies,
old?
but
Oops.
huh? Ooh, yeah. Ooh, some of those old school, actual chatterbait trailers, the little tubes with the
Dad
2
and I
little
were.
flappy legs that came with them.
Oh, Dad and I were just talking about. I think it was Rebel that made it. We were literally just talking about. It looked like a little because like when we were talking about weird lures that I actually caught fish on, like that was kind of it's not necessarily weird looking. I'm gonna see if I can find it. There was so when I had Epic Eric on, I remember those lipless that had like the little like back piece on them. That it was like God, I forget what they were called. They were super popular. I remember them. I never had one. I think Retro had some too. He was showing when he was on the channel. Those are some I'd like to get and try. Those old lipless that were supposed to be the bee's knees back in the day, and then God, I think it's like a Rebel salamander or something.
You're not wanting to share right now, right?
No, I'm trying to find it because I don't even
Okay.
remember what it was. It had like the red gills. I showed it on my old tackle box unboxing. I think I've got two left. I did I did Rebel salamander lure, and I'm getting all kinds of crazy. Not those. Um, somebody in the chat probably already has it. There's people out there way smarter than me with the
Yeah, I was looking, I haven't seen anything. I know
Mr.
there was
Twister,
there was
Berkeley
one
Power.
similar that I had also. It was and I know one of the first time Retro was on, I asked him about it, and it was basically it's a lipless, and it had like a huge like not huge, but like in the middle of the lipless, right at the like thickest point, had like a metal, I don't know, a metal cylinder that was in there, and it had like one giant hook. I don't know if it was on the front where a treble would be or on the back, but it had one like EWG hook and then a treble on the other. That thing was awesome. It was
Well, I might just have to go bust out the tackle box. I'm not seeing it. I think it was Rebel. Maybe it wasn't Rebel that made it. God, I could have swore it was.
was it Gander
Oh, hold on.
Mountain?
I'll just. Gander Mountain did not have them. That was one of the few things they did not have at their amazing sale. Oh, actually, these lizards too. Here's so I've got a couple. So these lizards used to kill it back in the day. And these craws, these are not.
The lizards were murderers.
They were, they were killers. God, I can't even get my tackle box. Okay, well, you're gonna see these two because I can't even get my tackle boxes buried behind me. Yes, as Punch said, my life is in shambles down here, just like my basement. Get it together, Depot. So these little craws, no clue who made them. Does it say? Nope. But throwing these on a jig head and just skipping them around everywhere, I caught tons and tons of fish, not just bass, but crappie, bluggle, on just a little, like a grub jig head.
Ruggles.
And then these things, these on like a little jig head. So they've got like these, like the little arms twisted, when you'd reel it and just kill it.
Mhm.
So these were two that I used, and then those I can't remember. I could have swore it was Rebel. Did anybody put it in there?
I haven't seen anybody say anything.
Gosh, dude, I cannot remember what the name of those were. I thought that's what it was, but nobody else has said.
God, the one I
Oh,
was
Pogo Shad. Yeah, Corey. So that's the other lipless I was talking about that Epic Eric was showing. I remember those, and I never had one. I'm sure there's others that. God, I don't know. There was Pogo Shad.
God, I
Pogo
remember,
Shad.
and this is another one that we talked about when Retro was on there. I didn't actually go out and buy any. I didn't. This was back in the day before I would really spend a whole lot on lures,
Strike
but
King Iguana. Wait, is that a real thing? I'm gonna fall for it and look it up.
they
That
had
wasn't the one I'm talking about, but
they had those lure the what was it was a regular build crankbait that you could rotate one way and you could turn it from a knocking to a silent.
I don't remember
You
that
never
one.
saw those?
Bayou, you son of a. There's no such thing as a striking iguana. Dirty dog.
Iguanas are an
Yeah, I don't
invasive
remember. I could have
species.
swore it was Rebel something. I don't know. Go back and watch my old Tackle Box unboxing. I'm pretty sure I knew what the name of it was then.
Oh,
Having a
yeah, you
brain.
did, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I've got 1 or 2 left. But anyway, those were fun. Old Bomb Raid, that was another good one that I was gonna say was some of those. I know the Excalibur, um, lipless, people always talk about those, even though, Christie's cut open the Booyah, like either the hard knock or one knock, whichever one that mimics it, and it's supposed to be exactly the same. But the old heads are like, "Nope, these Excaliburs that I got are the best." So, I
Oh,
don't
they
know. I've
are.
never used one, so I can't say. Maybe they are. Maybe they do sound that much different, but
Hmm.
oh, there's one right there. Ben, the Excalibur cranks from money back in the day. Yeah, I never threw one. Is electronics cheating? So the thing that I find interesting here is people are like, dude, electronics are going to ruin fishing. People are taking too many fish out. So like, I've never heard anybody gripe about like Panoptics or like the Live 360 or whatever. Like when people are ice fishing, so you can find fish when you're ice fishing. I guess I'm not sure what the big. Oh,
The biggest
Brown
thing
says the
that or
strike iguanas are real bait, Debo.
the
You're pretty
biggest
much a loser.
issue
Oh.
that I have is when it comes to tournament fishing
So
or
how so though? Why? So people were okay with side imaging. People are okay with depth finders.
but is
Like
everybody at the
what's
same on the same playing field? Does everybody have it? Does everybody use it? If
are
not
people on the
every
same
if
playing field with boats? Do people all people have 250 horsepower motors to jump out the chute and
I would say
get to their
technically
spot?
with professional fishing, you're going to all be within the same I don't know, I don't know what you would wanna call it, but you're gonna be pretty damn close to each other when it comes to boats itself. Length, storage, whatever, trolling motors, but does everybody use, like, a Panoptics type image finder on their boats if they're fishing in a tournament? I would say hands down, if you have one and you're fishing in a tournament where it's not common, I'm not gonna just roll up to some like, if I came from somewhere else and, like, fished a little tournament around here, Debo, and I had that, nobody else is gonna have that whatsoever, and I
We've
feel
seen
like
multiple people using that. We've seen multiple people on the little tiny lake that we watched catching that guy catching him on the dam using that.
sure, but I feel like it's not widespread. Not everybody has that. Part of me, like, man, have you ever seen the movie Bait Shop with, Billy Ray Cyrus and, Bill Engvall?
You feel like it's big corporation coming in to steal all the.
No, the thing about it is, the at the end of the day, Billy Ray Cyrus cheats and he uses his downside super imaging, and Bill
Oh, I don't
Engvall
remember that part.
uses his gut and instinct to actually catch the fish. That's like part of it for me. I don't want to necessarily know where all the fish are. I kind of want to figure it out myself. But in the same breath, I would also say, ding, why can't I have something that tells me where these damn fish are because I haven't caught a thing yet? So
Hella,
it's like,
I wanna know I wanna know Hella's take real quick on
yeah, yeah.
YouTube ruins fishing. How is that, Hella? So Hammer and Raka are the 2 things that I have, just because you or the 2 things that I automatically go to. Just 'cause you have it doesn't mean you can catch them. It allows you to find and see the fish, but you still have to have the skill to catch them. Like, I could totally see somebody trying to get on, like, some sorta offshore bite or, like they're saying, you get in a place where you can see the fish, but you can't get them to bite and burn a good part of a day trying to, like, pound that bite into the ground and not get them.
Mhm.
And at the other side of things, it's like, I guess I don't see I don't know. I didn't hear all this griping when, like, they came out with, like, the downside imaging or so when is too much too much? Just because this is live time? I don't know. I guess I don't see an issue with it. To me, it's just like anything else. There's some guys that have a $200,000 boat, some guys that have a $50,000 boat. Like any time you have a pay to win type sport or hobby, anything where like if you can buy it and have it, it's not like outlined in the rules that you can't have it. there's always going to be the people that have the best, and there's always going to be,
Agree.
everything else
Sure.
below it. So,
I
I
just
mean,
don't.
if it's that big of a problem, then the, BASS and whoever needs to just make it illegal. But
I would still like to just throw it out there. Like,
YouTubers ruin fishing. Holy crap.
I want it.
France does that too?
I want for somebody, or at least I want to know myself that I can go out there and fish, whether I have super downside ways, video game fishing, imaging. Just like I want to know that personally for myself, I want to be able to find my way from point A to point V, not B, not using a GPS. I know how to look at a map, just like I would know. I had back in the day, I probably still have it somewhere. I had the Iowa lakes like book from the DNR that gave you a breakdown with a
Oh,
topographical
Hella
map
was
of the
just being
lakes.
sarcastic.
And I'm saying you should, not saying that these people don't know how to catch fish otherwise, but I think a lot of people are basing too much on it where they're
Well, this
losing
was
the. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I get it. I think that's always gonna be like, so what happens when they come out? You and I've talked about this before, the fight of this. I don't have a problem with it. I'm on the camp of like, if they're gonna allow it, it's in the rules and you can buy it, then there should be no griping about it. People can't bitch about it because it's allowed. So it's just like anything else. If you got the money, some people are gonna you have to find a way around it, or find a better pattern that day that doesn't have it, something. I don't know. But Austin poses a very good question. Where would fishing be without YouTube? Better or worse? The way I always look at YouTube, and I think that was actually Hella on one that he was on with us, where we talked about like growing YouTube and what's YouTube like. Like you've got the adventure, like crazy challenge YouTube stuff. You've got like, I'm just fishing, I'm sharing my stuff with you. You've kind of got the instructional stuff. Overall, I think fishing on YouTube for the most part has helped. I mean, you can go out and find stuff. And people have shared like stuff from Tactical Bass and with me on like big swim baits and stuff that I have no idea how to fish. Like, we're in the age
Informationally,
of, yeah,
informationally, I think
yeah,
it's been amazing. Entertainment
like anything.
wise,
You have to take it for what it's worth. Like,
yeah,
just because you see somebody doing a Barbie rod challenge, does that mean you should go out and try it? Like, is that good for fishing, trying to catch fish with
yeah,
2-pound line on a Barbie rod? Probably not.
exactly. I
So
would
that's
say
my take
hands
on it.
down for me, not even just with fishing whatsoever. It's like in general, YouTube has helped me in my like kind of everyday life of like just doing stuff. Like I didn't know how to change a X, Y, or Z, and I looked it up on YouTube, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I know how to do it now." Or at least I'm going to try to figure it out and hope that I don't hurt myself or burn anything down.
That's a good question. Do more people fish from the bank or boat? Yeah, I mean, most of the average weekend anglers, I would definitely say are your regular bank anglers that don't have a boat, definitely don't have like a fancy tournament boat. If they have something, it's like a, older used boat or a John boat, something like that, or kayaks now that have um obviously
Hmm.
blown up in, popularity. But again, you can put just as much money into those and you can have a regular fishing kayak or a,
Makeshift
$20,000
homemade
one.
boats.
Let's see. We're almost an hour. Let's take a couple more questions and then roll out. What else do we got? What else do we got for would fishing be better or worse without drop shots? Well, that's easy. Anybody that fishes a drop shot sucks. So they should just be
Remember how
outlawed.
that was supposed to save the vidges today, Debo? The drop shot.
Yeah, so
And
I actually speak of drop shots. Okay, I'll give Strike King some love because here's a preview and an unboxing
ooh,
I'm going to do.
that worm was pretty, super
I'm going to
pretty.
give you a sneak peek at two colors. I grabbed like 3 bags of these. Dad took all of them except for one because he's like, "Oh, I want them." So Strike King came out with the filler worm. Looks kind of like a robo worm. It's the I think they use like the machine assist pour or whatever they call it. But it's your laminate layered bait. And this is that blue, glimmery, pinkish purple tequila sunrise. And I just froze. Perfect way to keep this stream going. Par for the course the way tonight's going. But there you can see a great picture of it. I don't have to worry about holding it still because, yeah, I mean, that's a good still shot of it.
Dude,
That's
I
tequila sunrise.
I personally thought the worm you had today, when I first looked at it, I thought it was a tequila sunrise. He's gone. He'll be back in just a second. But it had, so tequila sunrise is more of that pinky purple type of, mix that kind of blends together. This one, on the other hand, Debo, has a little bit more than a purpley pink blend. It's got extra in there, right?
Yeah, so this one they call blackberry jam, and this truly might be like y'all know I love the gooseberry. I don't think this one's going to show up well enough because in the package I looked at it, I'm like, ooh, that one looks good. Like once you get it in the light, it's got this super dark. Yeah, it's like it's not going to show up worth crap on
Can you
here.
put it in front of your hand? Maybe give it a
Yeah, it's
contrast?
like you have to get the light
Yeah.
going through it, but it's like a super dark purple. And once you get it in the light, like there's purple flake. I mean, is it any
Mhm.
different than a black worm? No, I'm sure a black worm on a drop shot would work 100% just as well. But I'm stupid, and I fell for it and bought it, so I like it. Once I got it in the water, I was like, oh man, that looks way different. And I've noticed that with a number of lures, like a watermelon red flake, how much the red flake kicks through in the sun, like night and day difference. So I
Mhm.
like these. I'm not a huge drop shot robo worm fan, as y'all know, but those colors, there's some more that I got too. But that's coming up
Oh,
in an unboxing. Should be Monday.
hey, I do just wanna say, when you were talking about kayaks, bank fishing, boat, whatever, Rich brought up float tube. You remember those things?
Oh yeah,
Like the inner
God,
tubes
yes.
that you would have, like, waders
The
that you would step
flippers.
into?
Yep, the waders and the
Dude, I
flippers.
so badly wanted to get one of those and just try that, but then at the same time, I'm like, how do you, like, would it doesn't seem like it would work out very well.
Eric D with the $10 bomb. Eric, thank you very much, my friend. Besides frog and jig, what are your favorite lures?
I would go moving
Ugh.
bait, whether it be like a underspin, spinner bait, chatter bait, if that's allowed. Something along that genre. Really enjoy those.
Gosh, if I could throw like it's pretty boring, but like a craw or creature bait, like as far as favorite ways to fish is if that's what you're saying, like a craw or creature bait on like a Texas rig, weighted Texas rig, flipping around wood. Like if I had two ways to catch them, oh, my battery's about ready to die in my headset. I haven't charged
Oh
this forever. Hold
man.
on. Boy, it's the night. Camera freezing. We got the headset dying. Um, if I couldn't catch them on a frog, it would be flipping a Texas rig around wood. And that just kind of came out of necessity from, learning to fish growing up fishing from the bank.
Shoo, that
Yikes.
was a
Sorry,
sound.
everyone. I don't know why I shut it.
That
And
was
it
a sound.
was that good for y'all? I'm
That
just
was
going to delete this stream after. So
You
for
should
anybody
just like bang your
watching,
microphone again real
this one's
quick.
just getting deleted afterwards. Yeah. So besides frog, like as far as fun fishing, that's my favorite. Like I would flip a Texas rig
Mm.
around wood, lay downs. I love doing that. Whether it's like a big worm or usually it's like a craw or a creature bait or something. But
Gramps is correct. Debo does love the trench hog.
oh God, Gramps.
I do
I
like
think that
those
is a
bait.
cool bait. I actually do really like the trench hog, not for the reason that Gramps is talking about because he's tarnished it. But that is one of the Guggen baits that I actually like, as well as the Rattling Ned. I think those are both good Guggen baits.
I really like a bait, and this is such a weird stipulation that you can fish like at nighttime and not have to see it. You know what I mean? Like a buzz bait or a plopper or something like that, where
Just
you
like
get
that
that blow
audible.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
loud.
that adds a different level to, especially when you can't see it and you're just going off like sound and feel.
Hmm.
It's a whole different. David, why the hate on JDM baits so much? I didn't know I did. I just don't get into a ton of them. I like some JDM stuff. A lot of it I think is overpriced silliness, but it's stuff you can't get over here. I mean, it's stuff coming from overseas from that market. So,
They do
it's
have some weird stuff that they've used or they've
yeah.
come up with.
And just some neat, like what the dude was using the square piece of plastic with the like jig stuff through it.
But at the same time, I mean, you go out and you look, like how many crazy things has uh Marlon done? Like he's gone out and he's made
Yeah.
his
And caught,
crazy bank.
yeah.
It's just
Like the
all
piece of
about
wood. After I
Yeah.
watched Marlin catch a fish on a block of wood, I wanted to delete my YouTube channel and never fish again.
It's funny just to like the crazy thing is, like I brought it up earlier, lettuce. Who's going to go out and think that they're actually going to catch something on lettuce? Who thinks that Peric actually caught something on lettuce? Doesn't matter. But the important thing is you're getting out there and you're just trying something different,
He actually
whether it
caught
works or it
fish on a
doesn't.
piece of lettuce, like for
He,
real.
he claims that he caught a fish on a piece of lettuce, but
Hmm.
unfortunately, the camera wasn't rolling at the time. And
Oh,
he had showed it after the fact with a hook with a piece of lettuce on it.
maybe. Yeah, who knows? Brennan, this or that. You hook a 15-pounder, but have a 25% chance of losing it, or you catch 100 dinks. How big are the dinks? Dinks is perception is reality when it comes to a dink fish.
Mm.
How dinky are these dinks that we're
I thought we
talking
couldn't
about?
do the whole, well, what about this and what about that? How long are we out there fishing for? Is this an entire 8-hour day? Is this it happens at the very beginning and I'm just done?
Oh,
I
belly boats, Bayou Burner. That's what those were. Is that what you said? Belly boats was the name of it.
did I say that? No. It was float something. It has
Tackle
somebody.
junkie in the house, Jim. We need to get you on a live as well. You and Mr. Bass Geek. I haven't talked to you fellas for a minute.
What's your
Underspoon.
answer? What's your answer?
Oh crap! Sorry.
You're going with
ADHD
100
Debo.
dinks.
Oh yeah, I'm going with 100 dinks. Fine.
100
Yep.
dinks. You know, the way that
I'm gonna assume they're pound and a half, 2-pounders. I'll just go out and catch
no
100, 200 of those.
dinks.
Yeah, pound and a half, 2-pounders.
No,
Because most people
legit
like,
dinks.
I don't know, anything I see on YouTube is like anybody that's catching less than 4-pounders are dinks. So I'm going with
Well, a true
2-pounders.
Iowa dink. So you're talking maybe eking out 12 to 14 inches. Tiny, small, 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 small.
Yeah, I'll go with those. Why not?
You'll take the 12 to 14. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna take the 15 pounder just because I could slap you in the face with it.
Oh, I did find some crankbaits. He said, I find crankbaits fun. Yeah, you could, dude, that would make for a good video. I might actually get some views. You hit me in the face with a 15-pounder, knocks me out. I almost drown.
I
Boom.
wouldn't do all of that. I would just like
Caught,
slap you in the face with it.
caught, state record, Iowa bass. Debo hitting face with bass, almost killed. Ambulance called.
Halfway drowned, had to mouth him.
I'd get at least 2,000
never
views
mind.
on that. Let's see. Extra heavy or heavy EWG hooks. Yes. Okay, so I do like a heavy, and like the argument. I would like to see some underwater footage of. So there's the whole thing of, and I know a lot of pros will only throw like the J style flipping hook, right? So something like my tackle warehouse.
And whose heavy is it? Because it's so crazy that people
Well,
can, and we've talked about
I'm
this
gonna back.
before.
I'm gonna back up a step. So
Sure.
I'm gonna back up a step to flipping. Let's see. I guess it'd be under terminal.
Brown bait code. Cops called. Fish assaulted me. State record. Treasure found and gone.
So okay, so here's the first one. Apparently BKK. I don't know who. There was people talking about BKK hooks. I've never heard of them.
Are you planning on sharing or?
Yep.
Okay.
Here. Okay. So there's like the whole argument of if you're flipping and pitching heavy cover, you have to use a flip and hook. You're going to be way better off. Hookup percentage is 1,000 times better. I have found like when I flip and pitch, and maybe it's a bank thing, maybe it's different from a boat, but I will say flipping and pitching heavy cover with one of these style hooks, I get hung up a lot more. So I don't know if it's because I don't change my plastic as much, and because when you rig one of these, I can't really show you on here, but it's going to be at an angle, right? So
I don't like those.
Yeah, so like your hook's coming up at an angle. I feel like I get snagged more. So yes, I use heavier wire hooks, like if I'm using a heavier power rod. What am I doing here?
I just feel like I burn through plastic so much more with a hook like that, like a heavy hook where I have to angle it weird and do all this stuff.
Yeah, I'm just like a heavy hook EWG. Are these not in the same? Oh, and people know what an EWG hook is. Anyway, yeah, that's what I would rather throw is just like a heavy wire EWG. So I believe in them, you know, especially from the bank. Like if I get a fish in there, Can I catch a fish on 8-pound line with a super light wire hook? Yeah, absolutely. But if I'm flipping a pitch in heavy cover and I have a rod, set up that's heavy enough to actually get penetration for that, I would rather have a heavier wire hook so I can pull that fish through whatever I need to get back to me. So
Yeah, and it's so hard. Like I was, excuse me, what I was trying to bring up earlier. There needs to be some sort of like industry standard of this is what a heavy hook is versus this is what an extra heavy is, because I could like an extra heavy in this company because it's not quite as extra heavy as the next company and not quite as heavy as them. You know what I mean? It's hard to that's a good one. It's hard to answer.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Passless Chap says I've caught trout on bare hooks. I don't do too much trout fishing. I'm just a stock trout when they come out in the fall when it's super cold and bass fishing has completely died off.
So is that one of those gimmicky hooks that is actually just like a bear? It's like a
Oh
brown
yeah,
bear or black
it's like a
bear
brown
or
bear. Rawr. Brody says, "How about Denali rods?" We had to get that question in here. Dizzle was actually going to buy some Denali rods, but the dude that was going out of business, the tackle shop, had just sold them all. I don't know but had already sold them all. So I don't know.
yeah, it was like I went there, I don't know, it was like a Thursday or something, and the going out of business
Oh,
sale.
Brown Bait says a dink is under 3 pounds. I'll take 103 pounders all
Okay,
day
I will
over.
I will take 103 pounders as well.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Let's see what Joshua says 4 ounce bass. Let's see. Dink is under, yeah, see, Dink is under 2.5. Two and a
Dang,
half.
really?
Wow. Quarter pounders. Yeah, they're all over. All right. What else we got for questions? We're at an hour 11. Let's see. What else? The pros, throw that.
Debo, this or
Oh, Hella
that.
does say, yeah, straight shank hooks, duber, and plastics faster. Yeah, I think I
Ooh,
don't change as much. I think I have to change like on every catch because I get lazy and I'm like, oh, I'll put it to the side. So,
Debo, this or that from John Gross at
John Gross, what you got, John?
848. You give up Daiwa or you give up purple lures forever?
Ooh. Let's see if I
And
can
that's
find the
not a
question.
solid purple. That is containing purple, is what I'm going to say as well.
48. I don't see the question, but oh, no. Daiwa tattoo. Oh, I will. Neil, real quick. How do I like the Daiwa Tattoola rod so far? If you're talking about the XT, so far I've really liked it. I know Punch said he thought it was kind of eh. For 99 bucks, I really liked it. I don't have one of the elites yet. That are like a 180, I want to say. So basically twice the price. But I would really like to try one of those. But so far, man, I've really liked it. Super comfortable in hand. I liked it the other day throwing the little mini max on it. Caught slob of fish, probably, I don't know, 20. I don't see the question, purple
Yeah,
or
848.
Daiwa. Anyway, yeah, I'm looking. I've went through. Oh,
You did. There you go.
yep. Okay, let's see. This or that. Give up Daiwa or purple lures forever. I would say give up Daiwa. I'm not like, I would say I'm a Daiwa fanboy, but I mean, I still use everything under the sun when it comes to gear. I think it's fun testing out stuff. So, as much as I love my Zillions, I'd much rather have gooseberry worms, tequila sunrise worms, blackberry, all those. So, Daiwas are going. I'll give those away on another subpar live some night, and people can get some free Zillions.
I told you today. I
See,
mentioned.
Dusty, that's kind of my thought as well. A dink is under a pound. Yeah, like pound or
Yeah.
less. Once I start hitting like pound and a half, 2 pound, then those are like I guarantee there would have been many a tournaments won if you had brought in a 10-pound bag every day, like on tough days. That
Mhm.
if that was all I ever went out and did, I could win tournaments doing that. Only
Could you
getting 2 pound.
imagine just all day long slamming sub 3 pounds? I would be elated. I would do nothing but fish all day long.
Carlito, what are you using? Are you dragging a plastic or a stick bait? That would be my question.
Mm.
Let's see. Nick says, "Peace out, diet. What purple's killer?" Yeah, that would be. Oh, we're talking jigs and stuff too. I didn't even think of that.
So
Nick Tyson sick green pumpkin purple jigs.
I was gonna say, I told you today, Debo, I brought it up again. You posted something on Instagram the other day about Shimano and Daiwa and things like that. I told you I would take a regular just Corrado over the Daiwa pitch and flip. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know
that's
if I need to
interesting.
like
You haven't liked
dial
that
it
reel
in.
very much, huh?
I think I just need to get it dialed in a little bit more. Like today, when we were just the wind was howling up to 30, 45 mile an hour gusts.
It
I
was
had
very windy.
no problem like tossing a Corrado around. But that pitch and flip, I blew it up a couple of times.
Kamal E, new member. Kamal, thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've heard you say that you feel like, because you let me use it that one day. I'm like, damn, dude, you've got the brakes all the way up. You're like, oh, if I don't, I backlash with it. I'm like, really?
There isn't
Like
a happy
Daiwa brakes
median
are the
with it.
best. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we need to switch. I'll give you one of my Shimanos the next time we're out. We can switch it up because I haven't got to try the pitch and flip yet. So I would like to. Is it the one with the big handles too? I don't remember. You even let me use it. I don't remember.
Oh God, I don't even remember because
I think it
I
is,
had
right? I think the pitch and flip is the one with the big
a
handles.
little bit bigger, yes, I think. But well, I'm judging that against my Corrado that has the speed spool handle on it, so that's bigger. So it's hard for me to like
Oh, okay.
compare the two in my head. You know what I mean?
Texas rig beaver bait. My guess would be is when you're dragging it. So when you tend to drag a plastic because you've got the hook, let's just say we go back to that EWG hook. And I have a bunch of lures here, but not one rigged up. Let's pretend this is it. This is a
Oh
jig. But
snap! What do I
you have
have
one rigged
here?
up?
No, but I have a
Okay. Well, that's perfect. That's a perfect
EWG.
thing. So imagine a plastic rigged up on that. As you drag that on the bottom, it's going to go to the flat side, right? So it's going to go flipped over on the flat side. That's how you're going to tend to drag it. So if it's something that you're dragging, I noticed that it does tend to happen sometimes. I don't know that there's a perfect answer for that. I've also noticed on stick baits, like if I wait too long, I don't know if they just kind of get it like rolled around in their mouth. The other thing I would say is if you're not hook setting straight up and down, generally hook setting straight up and down as you set that hook will tend to drive it in the top.
More like a sweeping hook set.
Yeah. So I don't know. Those are my guesses, but again, I'm just a YouTuber pretending to be a fisherman. So
Yeah, I know I've come
take that for
across
what
that
it's worth.
too, where it's like either there's like some sort of overhang or there's something where I can't go straight up with the hook set. It kind of I tend to get them in the
Oh,
live a little bit more.
Dizzle, Abu makes the winch reel that you like. Yeah, I did pick up one of the
Yep.
new winch reels, Dizzle. You'll have to try out and see what you think of the new version.
Um,
Dizzle and I both got some of I forget which one it is. It's the Abu like $80 reel. And I really think they could have just completely done without the Revo X. It's not that I don't like the reel. I've used the reel, but for like 100 and yes, this one. I used that all day today in the wind. Like Dizzle was saying, 30, 40 mile an hour gusts. Zero backlashes, zero issues. I'm not going to say it's like the farthest casting reel or anything like that, but let me switch over real quick and I'll show you.
I will say the thing that I love about this the most is these grips. There's
I love
literally
the grips, yeah.
something. They're bigger.
Unfortunately, I love I will say I love the shape, like how they flute out at the end.
Yeah.
Once your hands get kind of wet, they become slippery. So you have to like dry them, like not like dry, but just like wipe them off. Then they become tacky again. But if you have any like water on it, they're slippery. So that's kind of a fail. But they do get tacky once you dry it a little bit.
I had that rod. I still have it. I don't know where it is, but it was very similar to that. The grips on the rod were very similar, where if there was actual water on your hands or the rod itself, you couldn't hold on to it. But if you kind of just did a little swipe on your pant leg or something like that, perfect.
Yeah, Carlito, I would try setting straight up and down more. Otherwise, dragging like a Texas rig like that, I've noticed that just kind of happens. But I would try setting straight up and more and see if that helps. Let's see. So going over to so like if you look at, and I'm not hating on Abu. I like Abu. I don't get the, whoops, why did I do that?
Mm,
I just don't get the, like, the number of reels that are in the same price range. Like, so when you
yeah.
look at, for as far as a bargain reel, budget reel, I think this is one of the best on the market at $59. I got mine on Tackle Warehouse sale for $35. I would put that up against any quote unquote budget reel at $50, the Max X. Now, so you go from 59, you go from to 79, the Max STX. This is the one that Randy and I got to test, the Max Pro, which I got it because it was like the Pro Max back in the day. I had one of those. I never actually had one of the newer. I had one of like the old Black Maxes. Mine was a piece of junk. I got it used, but I did get a new Pro Max, and I always liked that reel. No frills, worked. So we got these. I got these on the half off sale for 40 something bucks. So you go from 59, I think the best budget reel. I think they could completely skip this reel. No point for the Max XTX. The Pro Max or Max Pro, $90. That should be like the $90 reel. They could skip the Jordan Lee at $109, which is like the exact same as this reel. And then they've got the new Revo X. Now I know it has the new, like, here, it's got the new frame to it, which I think is comfortable, but at $120, like, I don't know. I think they could skip all those and just go to the Revo SX, because I also got this one. Love it. So I don't know. I don't understand like the plethora of reels all at this point.
It's like I'm
So
trying to think
I don't
of.
know.
I know there was a car company or a
That's my
vehicle
2 cents.
company recently that was like, "All right, here's this vehicle. It's super cool, but you're gonna have 78 dozen different options to choose from for like a trim level package." It's like you don't have to do that if they're like
Yeah, I don't know.
$5 apart from each other. How about you just throw the good stuff from each of them into one and then jump it up a little bit? Like, I don't wanna say, charge us more for all the stuff and things like that, but there's a lot of these, I feel like it's just like a colorways that is, like, causing more money to be charged or different amounts and things like that, which I don't necessarily have a problem with, but I feel like they've kinda moved into they're gonna throw in little differences here and there that one with a different color might be a little bit better than a different one with a different color, and you wouldn't necessarily know it until you got hands on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like that whole thing is weird. Like I don't know. I've always thought that's weird when companies do that. It's like they're trying to fill every price point. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's all I have to say on it, I guess. But so far, I really like the reel, that for 90
That's all I
bucks.
got to say about
That's all I
that.
got to say about that.
Hey
How
Debo,
about new stuff? Let's look at
what
new
kind of
stuff
hook
real
is
quick.
this? Can you tell? Wait,
Hold on.
wait.
Is it a trocar? I'm guessing it's a trocar because you hate them because they're. Oh,
Scary. Is that
is it an eagle claw? I
is
don't
it
know.
focusing at all?
It looks like a gold. No, it's just a blurry hook with your
Dang
gigantic
it.
hand. It's a trocar, I'm guessing.
It's a
Trocar.
trocar.
Okay.
It's scary. I found it on the floor the other day and I'm like, oh my God.
That's safe.
You're right. Tell me about it.
Let's see. Dizzle starting to sound like my dad. Uncle Dizzle.
Listen here, Randall Pink Floyd. It's past your bedtime. Get your ass to
Shut your mouth
bed.
and go to bed. Okay,
Don't
let's
make me
look at
come back there.
new
Hmm?
stuff real quick because I was looking the other day. I haven't bought stuff for. I've got my unboxing that I got. I don't know, a while back. But I haven't really been buying a ton of stuff. Which I suppose is a good thing. I think we did look a while back, and there was. Oh, these were what I saw. These came out. I do want to try one of these. Jim got some. I saw Jim's video on it. I want to try
What
one
is
of these.
it?
The 13. This is the Meta reel, essentially to go with that
Oh
Meta
yeah.
rod, the G-Man reel. I think Nick was going to get one too. Nick, have you got one yet? That's one that I want to try as far as gear goes. Those are cool looking, but too expensive. I'll live vicariously through Gramps on that. Oh, this was the other one. I do have this one. I know Liza loves these, the Arc Gravity 5s. I almost spooled that one up today. But I did not.
I
Um,
wanted to find a rod for. God dang it, Debo! Why'd you have to do this to me?
what?
This is
I don't
actually
think I saw
really smooth.
which one. The Googie reel? Oh, Dizzle's sporting the Googie reel. Yeah, I didn't think it was like great or horrible. It was one of those in
It
betweens.
feels kind of it. I think it feels it. Well, it feels like it needs maybe a little bit of like
Diggs,
lubrication or
Shimano
something.
Sedona, awesome spinning reel. I had a couple of the old ones. I don't know if it's a new one. I think they came out with new ones. Let's look. I happen to be sharing. I have one of the old ones that has lasted me forever, as well as the. Is that the old green ones? Is that the Sedona? The only thing I don't like about Shimano spinning reels is like the little tiny bale wire. That's all. Both the old ones that I have are bent. What am I doing here? Spinning reels. I think that's the one they no longer make, and they replaced it with the Sahara.
Nobody knows what you're doing here.
I don't remember how that goes.
It feels pretty dry, Debo. What are you just spinning this around all day long? What are you?
So they still make them. I have the old green one. This old green one, man, mine has been a workhorse forever. The new ones, do I have a new one? I don't think I have any of the new Sedonas. Maybe I do actually. I think for spinning reels, as long as you can find a sub $100 or like right at that $100 price point with a good working drag, man, it's hard for me to go up above that for a spinning reel. I know I'm not a fancy like Great Lakes catching 17-pound smallies and that type of stuff, but there's so many good like budget spinning reels. They're like the Miraval. At $130, you're essentially getting that the CI4 body of the, what is it? We talked about this with Punch. The
Oh yeah, I blacked out during that whole conversation.
I think the Vanford, the Stratix, like the old CI4 plus Stratix or whatever. I think the Vanford has it too. So it's essentially like 100.
I can make up random numbers and
$120.
letters and put them together and say stuff too.
Okay. Well, anyway.
7429.
Yes, the
8926.
Sedona is a good buy. I really like the old ones. Let's see. Oh, yeah. See, Gramp says he likes the Miraval. Yeah, I think it's a really solid little reel. Oh, speaking of JDM, I have the JDM Miraval. That's like the super shallow spool one. I didn't know that when I bought it, but have you ever used an 8+ ratio reel? I have used a few, Kamal. I mean, like an 8 speed reel. There's the argument that goes to both ways. He who flips and pitches more, he who puts more baits in the water, more presentations wins, right? So a faster reel is quicker for that. You can get it in quicker and just get to flipping and pitching again.
Sometimes.
The other end of the argument is if you get a fast reel, you're losing out on torque and power. You're better off going to a low speed. There's people that live and die by both ends of it. G-Man will say he doesn't go above a 6 speed. If you do, you're an idiot. There's other people will say that I go with an 8 speed as much as I can because you can get more, presentations out, and I can make 200 casts more than the guy next to me. So I would say what's good for you. Like, honestly, if I could have only one speed forever, it'd be like a 7-1, 7-2 to 1, something like that, a 7 speed where you're bringing in like, 28 inches, 30 inches of line, something like that. And
6'4".
I would be fine with that forever. So I would say don't let other people sway you on that. Find one that you like when it comes to speeds, because everybody's different. Fish 2 + 2 does not equal 4 in fishing. Find what works for you, man.
There was a Frank members upgrade. Got a question, this or that, just for Debo.
Okay.
That was at 904.
I don't get the upgrade stuff. What was the question? Frank,
question is Debo's fishing, this or that, just for you. Forced to fish a drop shot or forced to learn to fly fish?
Cramps. I don't see it. 904 of went. Does it not show up because it's not okay? So what is it? Read it off. Sorry, Frank, I can't share it. What was the question?
The question is, Debo, this or that, just for you.
Just for me.
You're forced to fish a drop shot or forced to learn to fly fish?
Oh God, I'll fish a drop shot.
The question was right above that. It was like literally
above
the
Gramps?
chat was literally the question, the comment right above Gramps.
Yeah, it doesn't show on my side.
Okay.
Hands down, I'll fish a drop shot all day. It's not that I don't fish a drop shot or don't like. I have zero interest in learning to fly fish. I've tried it a few times. And I don't understand the fun of it. I don't think it's fun having to have like 100 yards free around you to like fly fish and whip that stuff around. Yeah,
Having to have it. I don't know.
not fun to
I've
me.
I've told the story before. When I first started trout fishing, I was forced to learn how to use a fly rod. My dad's like, "Here, I'm going to use this spinner bait. Here's a fly rod. Figure it out." And it's not my primary like go to when it comes to fishing, but kind of know how to do it, and it was fun at the time, and it was definitely I felt like a very accomplished when I caught a fish on a fly rod, just because like you're dealing with a 1 pound leader, like super, super lightweight, just fun stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't find it fun at all. I'm a hater. Um, Chris, how do you like that high speed lose? Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Last year I used my lose hyperspeed, I think it is, for frogging. I thought it was good, man. I liked it. You can notice going from like, because I was cranking with, I don't even think it was a 5 speed. I think it was like a 6.2 or something, whatever the Daiwa one is. I don't remember what their 6 speed is. Cranking with one of those, then going over to that to frog, and you can definitely tell the difference in bringing that in. Of course, bigger line, to 65-pound braid, you'll feel the difference. But yeah, Chris, good call. I like the reel, and I didn't notice like a super like huge deficit in power. I mean, when you get them in that super thick stuff, I don't care if you've got a 5 speed reel or a 10 speed reel. Once you get them in that super thick stuff, man, it's a fight. So but again, use what you like. Don't listen to all the folks out there. Find what you like. You're gonna see stuff all along the board and here in comments.
Who was it that like found it kind of funny that I used the Revo winch, the what is it, the 5.4 to 1 for jig
Yeah,
fishing?
yeah, yeah. People are
That
giving you
was
crap about that. Yeah, exactly. But
they're
I mean,
like, "Oh,
G-Man uses a 6 speed to jig fish.
right."
So B Deuce, absolutely, dude. Y'all think you can get a bad batch of line? Absolutely. I've had it. I've had bad batches. You'll talk to people, you get a bad batch every now and then.
Do you think that one was a 8 strand Power Pro that you had? Was that a bad, or was
Could
that
have
you just
been.
think
It made
it
it.
was
It
bad
was the same
overall?
spool. Yeah,
Well,
dude, I
you
had so
think
many
if it's a bad spool,
breakoffs on that.
it's a bad spool through and through, right? It wouldn't be like a 20-foot section of
I
it
would
or something
guess.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I guess my point was I had enough breakoffs on that and I lost enough fish, one of which could
You
have been
did.
a very, very big frogfish that I saw wake on it
Mhm.
and smash it. For me to never use that line again, like to not even chance it. So, but it could have been. I mean, I've heard people talk head and shoulders of that line. It's the uh all I can think of a suffix. What the hell's the name of the line? It's not suffix. It's Power
Not the
Pro.
Well,
God,
yeah.
absolute brain
I was
block.
gonna say, dude, I just said Power Pro 2 seconds ago, and
Yeah,
you're
it's the
like,
Power Pro
"It's the 8 strand extra smooth," or
Max Quattro. Yeah, casted like a
yes.
dream. And I know like people have said it's like more of a finesse thing. It's 25% thinner, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, if that's the case,
Sh
then why do you make 65, 80 pound? I had the 50 pound because that's all that was at the local tackle shop. I had
Mhm.
zero braid on me. So I bought
I
it.
think you wanted heavier, didn't you?
I wanted 65. They didn't have it. I bought the
Yeah.
50 and I had like 4 frogs bust it.
Should have
And
gone
it
with the
wasn't the
OG Power
rod.
Pro, just saying.
Should have, yeah. But casted like a dream. I will say that. But
Mhm.
let's see. Somebody asked about if I throw the free rig. I think it was maybe Bassel's chap. I do not.
I
Dizzle
did
has
see that.
killed it on the free rig. There we go. David replied.
Yeah, the free rig, and I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to describe it. There's no real rhyme or reason. It's just different from a jig, and it's just different from a Texas rig. It's just different from a drop shot, but it's almost like a combination of all of them, if that makes sense somehow.
Awesome. Aussie Cat agrees with you. He loves the 5.4 to 1, especially for glide baits. Yeah, a lot of the guys like, okay, so that is one thing I will say you can feel a
Ooh.
difference is a using a higher speed using a higher speed reel for lure that has more drag, like a big spinner bait, or like when you get into the musky baits, like those big like cowgirls or cowboys, whatever, with the 2 or 3
Oh,
huge
the
blades up
double,
front.
triple bucks.
Yeah. Yep. You can feel a difference then, like if you're constantly grinding, but for like a frog or a jig or something, I don't know. Hell, I don't even know how you test that. Like, okay,
Mm.
I lost 25% more torquing power going from, I don't know, but
Question 911, is it Rocca blades?
hold on. Hold that
Yep.
one. Here's from 910 real quick.
Yeah,
Sterling,
yeah.
have you tried the Daiwa Tatula XT glass crankbait rod yet? Not the new one. I had the old one, the medium power one, and loved it. The old Daiwa Tatula XTs, I think they were $79 for the most part. I got them on Tackle Warehouse sales for, I think, $60, I want to say, if that's right. Or they were the 99 and I got them on sale for 69, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I hit them on sales. I got the spinning rod, the medium crankbait, and something else. Medium heavy, I think. I loved them. So far for the new ones, all I've got is the new medium or medium heavy, whatever that one is I showed in the video. I just have one, but I've really liked it. Okay, 911 Dizzle.
Yeah, this is a would you rather.
Oh, Raka,
This
got it.
this is a good one. I think anyway, it's a good one.
Okay, we're
Would
at
you
an hour
rather?
35. We're ending on this one. We're both answering it, then we're getting out of here.
Mm-hmm. Go.
Okay. Would you rather, I won't chew ice, sorry. A bad habit, especially when I'm live talking. Would you rather only be able to use soft plastics or only be able to use hard baits? Okay, so I'm going to pull a Dizzle on here. What constitutes as hard bait? So are we
I
saying
was gonna ask
jigs?
the same damn question.
What's it look like when you go to Tackle Warehouse? Do they have hard baits?
I think there's
Baits.
its own
Hard baits.
section.
Okay, here we go.
You're not sharing.
Okay, so hard oh, whoops. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going by the Tackle Warehouse version.
Okay.
Hard baits are cranks. Ooh, top
Ooh,
waters. Oh
underspins.
gosh. Spy baits, underspins, blade baits, ice jigs, tail spinners, but I don't see jigs. Okay, so jigs is its own
Jigs is
separate
its own.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all of this are gone. Yeah, I'm getting rid of hard baits. I'll go frogs and whatever the other thing was. Soft plastics. I'll go soft plastic
You're
toads.
getting rid of hard baits?
Hard
Is
baits are
hard.
gone. You can only
Oh, I
use
guess
soft
top waters like
plastics.
pencil baits, things like that.
Yep.
Like
But I
walking
could
baits.
still
Okay.
use like a ribbit frog or
Mm-hmm.
those sorts of things. So I'm getting rid of hard baits. Sorry, hard
I
baits.
would probably say the same, even though I kick myself often for not throwing hard baits more than what I do, just because I feel like they should work a lot more. They just don't.
Oh, here's actually here's a good one. Since there's been quite a few questions, we need to do like a free rig. I need to get some underwater tank footage because I was not a huge believer.
Mm.
There was a video on was it Instagram or YouTube or something where they were showing like the underwater free rig stuff because I was the same in the same line of thinking as whoops, sorry y'all. The same line of thinking as dude, a free rig is stupid. It's the same thing as an unpegged Texas rig. But like when you watch the fall, it was a totally different like look, especially once it got down there. And I don't know if that's because the Texas rig is connected directly to the line and it's coming down within that versus like the pencil weight that would kind of swing down and the plastic would follow up more almost like a Carolina rig look, I guess you'd say.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean the look to the fish can't be super different, but maybe that's one of the times. I don't know. Once I saw it underwater, I was like, huh, okay. Dizzle,
And
I know you've caught a bunch on them. What are the
you know,
3 big ones that you've used?
honestly, the crazy thing is I don't know as if I've been using a free rig to its full potential. I feel like I could be using a lot more buoyant type of soft plastic than what I do.
Mhm. Yeah,
You don't.
that was an interesting conversation with Punch you guys had about
Yeah.
like he tends to go more finesse with a lighter hook and a more buoyant
Mm-hmm.
plastic to get that float, kind of that Carolina rig look where it's going back
Yeah.
here doing its thing
And
versus
that's definitely something I want to give a try to once, we kind of get past this heavy, crazy wind stuff that we're in right now. I want to try something with a little bit lighter. I'm not gonna go like Punch did and go on a spinning rod whatsoever. I'm not gonna do that. But I am gonna lighten it up a bit. And I think go with a lighter hook and maybe a little bit more buoyant of a soft plastic. But
B
as
Deuce
far
wanted to
as
say hey to you. He said he's talked to Debo before, wanted to say hey to Dizzle.
word up, um, the thing that the lures that I like, for whatever reason, I feel like I have a lot of quality catches or hookups or days, I even should say, with the 13 fishing, the rabbits, the 13 fishing rabbit. I think there's two different versions of
Yeah,
the
I've
rabbit
never
ear.
thrown those. Here, I'll bring it up real quick. We'll have to get together and do a collab because I don't have nearly. I think I've only had a couple days where I've caught them on the free rig, and I was using a Missile Baits mini D bomb. I was using more of
Don't
a
forget to
finesse
share.
kind of version. Yeah, but I definitely don't have the catch history with it like Dizzle does. But I can help us out by doing an underwater look. I don't think I've shown anybody. I don't think I've done any pictures or anything. But I got Fudge Stripe in a 55-gallon now, so there's definitely
Oh.
more. It's a higher tank than the 40-gallon breeder, which is a shorter,
Mm-hmm.
like stockier, wider tank, where the 55 gallons taller, so I can get more drop room in there. So it should be a good look. Now I'll have to do it with the lights on so he doesn't come out and eat it. But I won't have a hook on it anyway. So what was I doing here? Sharing something. What was I going to share?
13 fishing
Oh,
rabbit
13
ears.
fish rabbit.
There's like 2 or 3 different soft plastics and they all have the same rabbit tail, ear, monkey fist,
Oh yeah, I think
donkey
we've
punch.
looked at these before because I don't think I've ever used a single 13 fishing plastic. I've got some of the hard baits, the top waters. I like their walking bait. I like their square bills, not the
Ooh, how do you feel about their
chatterbill thing.
stocking hats?
Did I just pass them?
Yeah, you did.
Um,
Couple there.
I feel like this would be a good ice
You got a nice,
fishing
you got a
stocking
nice
cap with
palm
a little,
there.
a little beanie baby thing up top, whatever the hell that's called.
Keep going.
Okay, so going down to the plastics. Okay, here we go. So which is the one you use? This one?
Yeah, I've used that, and then on the next row down,
Oh,
second
this
from the
one?
left. Nope, one more over to the left.
Oh.
Yep.
13 fishing rabbit ear tail invader.
I do like that one. They have a purpley black. Can you scroll down to the colors?
The old Royal Irishman?
Nope, that one's not it. So it must be in the other version, because I get the two mixed up with each other just because they're so similar in name. What
Mardi
is it?
Gras?
That one's not it either. Go back to the
Cold cuts?
no, go back to the list of all the lures.
Boss Nugget?
Stop saying words.
Blueberry Yum Yum? These are not words.
I don't
These are
mind.
whoever
I
the
don't mind
hell
that color.
PB&J
Ooh, I like
time?
that one too, kinda.
No, those weren't words. Those are whoever thought up the naming convention for these. So it's this one?
Yeah, go back to you click on stuff way too fast.
Dizzle's Brew?
Is that what it's called? Which is, I will say, Debo hooked me up with some of these.
Oh, it's this one. Dizzle throwing his pimpin' purple.
These are the most ridiculous color scheme I've seen in quite some time.
You'd think that I was making up stuff. Oh yeah, these little craws that I found.
What are they? So they got this
Bass Pro
brown,
Shop, something I found in my pile.
and then they morph into like a purple, and it's way too dark. But so it's like a brown on the belly, morphs into a light blue, but then it's got some red flake in there, and it's called Magic Red Flake.
Magic.
I really am anxious to throw these. And Debo, I want to say thanks.
Hey, you're welcome, buddy.
Thanks for these. Thanks for everything else that you do. Even though people think I bring up stupid questions for trivia, dude, I'm just trying to help you out, buddy.
They said we both suck, so it's all right. We'll sync on this ship together. I'll play the violin. You play the, I don't know, whatever instrument you play, and we'll just go down with the ship like the Titanic's band.
Triangle.
Which would take
ping,
which would take crazy balls. Could you imagine knowing that you're going down on a ship and like if that's true and you're just like, F it, I'm just gonna keep playing until we drown and die. Like,
and when that icy ass like water hits your feet, because like, oh
yeah, I did get some. Did I ever give you those? I did get some JDM baits, the bull flat, I think, and there was another one.
I don't think so.
Oh God. Okay. Well, I've got some. I think I was saving. I want to say it's a jackal something. I got them thinking, oh, these would look cool on a free rig. Anyway, that'll be an unboxing, I'm sure, coming up. Maybe we'll put that in the free rig test, and I just test some different baits with free rig stuff.
For whatever reason, Frank's comment, everyone who loves Debo and Dizzle, raise your hand at 921. That reminds me of, if anybody has seen it, the Leprechaun in Alabama. Quality video on YouTube. Probably one of the most viral ones I've ever seen.
The Gilly.
Ooh.
Dude, that was a bait that I really wanted to like. Like, I saw it, and I know a lot of people talking crap. It's like, oh, it's all hype. I got it thinking, dude, this thing actually looks pretty cool. I never caught a damn thing on it, but like
you have it.
The water,
you have one?
neat. Yeah. Hold on. Take a drink.
Here he goes. Nerds. Here he goes. Leprechaun in Alabama. Everybody say yeah. God, that's so funny. It looks like he could be up in the tree.
I don't know what the smallest size they make them in is. I think it's this one.
From one branch to the other branch.
90 millimeter. Why are they measuring in millimeters now? The metric system's so stupid for measuring. It makes no sense. Standard US is way better.
I can't stop thinking about the Leprechaun in Alabama now. When the one guy is like, I am a savior of the entire area, and he's got this tactical vest on. And he's like, I got this flute that was passed down from generation to generation, and it's clearly
what
metal
the hell are you
piping.
even talking about?
Leprechaun in Alabama. I'll send it to you once we're done.
I don't even know what that means. Anyway, here's the Gilly. So it's a little 90 millimeters is like what, 3 inches ish.
Who makes that?
Berkeley, the Berkeley Gilly. I'll give you some of these and try it. I didn't catch a thing on them. I thought they looked cool. I thought they were going to work. I thought just like nose rigging it and throwing it around pads and stuff, or like,
well, how would you nose hook it, or would you actually put it on like a? You wouldn't put it on like an actual like worm.
You could,
hook or
like a Texas
EWG.
rig hook or something. Yeah, that's what they say to use on it as an EWG. So I don't know, but there you go. You can try some of those, and I'll find those JDM things that I picked up for you.
And I'll find the link for the Leprechaun of Alabama, and I'll send it to you.
I don't know what that means, but okay. Anyway, we're at an hour 46. That's it. I don't have anything else to say. Love y'all. Thanks for watching. Live every Saturday night until I get canceled because my show sucks. So maybe we'll be here next Saturday. Maybe we won't.
That's part of my fault. Just saying.
Hey, yeah. Thanks for bringing up stupid trivia, Randy. Till next Saturday. Love y'all. Bye.